Welcome back, everyone, to our Making It Fun Career Mode series in NASCAR Heat 3. So it is time to start season number 3, which means it's going to be our first season in the Xfinity cars. We just finished off the truck season, and unfortunately, we didn't have quite enough speed to bring home the championship, coming in 4th over all of the 4 championship competitors. But we learned quite a bit, and we're going to have to see just how strong we can make our car in Xfinity. So let's go ahead and press continue. We're going to participate in Xfinity, and you can see we can't get to the Monster Energy Cup right now, but we're going to skip Camping World Trucks. And let's see, do we want to? No, let's go ahead and participate in each of these. We're going to keep it going for now. That's going to have us in one series as a driver, and then these other 2 series, we will actually simulate all of those races, and those will be extra funds that we'll use to continue to build for an Xfinity team. Okay, so we're going to participate in all 3. We'll click accept there. Do we want to start our own or join someone else's team? Well, we would prefer to start our own team. We'll just have to see how the money turns out and how good we can actually do with that. Okay, it will cost $440,000, which you don't have yet, so you'll have to join another team instead. Okay. So let's look at some contracts, and let's see who can pay us the most. Well, unfortunately, this is where you get into a bit of an issue with the game. I don't know if it's a bug or what. I assume it's some sort of a bug, but if you remember, we didn't have a single hot seat race in the Xfinity cars this entire season, not one. So we didn't have an opportunity to earn any contracts. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to accept our one and only offer, really no option to do anything else unless we wanted to go back and run some more truck series races and so on. But what I'm going to do now, in fact, I tell you what, an idea just occurred to me. I want to see if we can go. Let's see if we can go back and let's see what's going to happen with this. Okay, so we're going to choose start a team. It's not going to let us. Okay, so it's not going to let us go back to where we were. Okay, it would have been nice if they would have told us we needed $440,000 before we got to this point. So, okay, we'll deal with that. So we can't go far enough back to choose which we're going to participate in. That's the unfortunate thing. But I've got a way around that. We're going to go ahead and accept this particular contract. And it won't matter because we're not actually going to run any of these races. And we'll talk about that as we continue on. But again, I just really wish that it would have told us how much money we needed to save up, because I would have made sure we had that kind of money once the year was ended. Okay, we're going to be driving. Okay, now we get to our. Okay, we're going to race on our team, of course. And let's see what sort of sponsorship money we want to get. All right, so it looks like using Loves as our sponsor is going to give us a nice amount of money. Of course, you can see that means we're going to be driving a Toyota, which is not really a big deal to me. It doesn't really matter to me which one of the manufacturers we're driving. The main thing is we're going to get the money. That's what we need in order to eventually start an Xfinity car. But going back to that discussion, I'm going to be simulating the entire season. Let's see, we don't want to mess with paint schemes because unfortunately they don't really give us any options. We can change the colors, but that's it. No different actual paint schemes. So we'll just save that. So we're going to be simulating the entire season and not running any races here. We're going to earn as much money as we can. The next time we'll come back and be able to start our Xfinity team, and we'll have some money to do something with. All right, let's go ahead and prepare our cars. Once again, we do not have a super speedway chassis in the trucks, and I don't see any real reason to change that and spend any additional money there. So we're not going to worry about that. Instead, let's go ahead and work on some different chassis. And we'll get these guys set up. I'm actually using the short track chassis for the super speedway. That's what we're doing there. And then I'm going to work on our speedway chassis for the second race of the season. All right, there we go. So I believe that's everybody assigned, everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and start that work plan and get everything as good as we can get it. So now we're going to back out and let's see, we're going to race on our own team. Once again, I'll tell you what, let's just take care of this real quick. Let's take a look at our sponsors. I'm not going to worry a whole lot about this because it really isn't going to matter that much. Looks like Henderson Smokehouse is the one we want. Okay, once again, we're not going to worry about the paint scheme since they don't give us a whole lot we can do with it anyway. Very disappointed in that. Okay, let's do a little bit of work on this particular chassis. Of course, we're 100s all across the board here in the Dirt Series, and this is where we learned that it basically doesn't matter when you're simulating races. So, all right, so we got short track. It is going to be good, and we'll go ahead and do a normal chassis because we don't have a second short track chassis. So we'll go ahead and get this car up and running the best we can. Okay, start that work plan as well, and let's see what we get. See what kind of simulated results we're going to get.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
I'm Kelly Earnhardt Miller, and I'm the general manager and co-owner at Junior Motorsports in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The NASCAR Xfinity Series is, I guess, the minor league, if you would say, of most kind of stick-in-the-ball sports for racing. It offers a competitive playing field for young talent. You know, I think new drivers coming into the series need grit and determination and personality, and just a go-getter, determined. They got to want something.
It's time to go racing.
All right, so there you have it. There's our intro video to the Xfinity Series, and now we're going to get yet another message.
Congratulations, you've made it to the NASCAR Xfinity Series. My friend Ben Kennedy told me you did a great job in the Truck Series, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
All right, there we go. You know the drill. Drive fast, but don't forget to have fun out there. Well, we're not actually going to be running any of those races, so... All right, so it's kind of interesting here as it shows the next race is at Daytona, but the Truck Series race should be first. Unless this is the Truck Series race, I cannot ever remember. So let's go ahead and click on next race and see if that's it or not. Nope, looks like this is going to be the Truck Series race. Okay, so everything is looking good. Let's see. Well, actually, I don't think we're going to be able to get any of these when we're simulating, so we'll just choose what we've got here. Let's go ahead and simulate this particular race, and let's see what we get. Okay, it looks like it doesn't really matter what we do here. We're going to get a penalty, so we'll just choose the short track chassis. That's pretty much how I thought this was going to work out. But the good news is, look at that money that we got, $85,000. That is huge. So we were just shy. Let's see. Let's see what kind of messages we get. Good to see you racing another Camping World Truck Series. All right, thank you very much. And, oh, here we go. Daytona may be tough, but that's no excuse for how you drove it. Okay, Cody Coughlin just is not happy with us. Brett Moffitt also not happy with us. Harrison Burton, also, same thing. Not very pleased. But Justin Haley is really on our side. Jennifer Jo Cobb, also very happy with us. We'll take it. We'll take any positive comments we can get. And now that brings us to the Xfinity Series. Let's go ahead and go for the maximum payout. Again, we're going to be simulating these races, so we'll have to see how this goes. No worrying about anything in the garage here because we don't own our team just yet. All right, so let's see what we get. So 21st, all right, which is actually better than I thought we had a chance to get. But here is the huge difference. We just got a chance to see how much money we made in the truck race. Now look at the money we made in the Xfinity race. You can see a huge bump in the amount of money. Of course, it's also a lot more expensive to race in this division, but a 21st place finish got us over $300,000. And look at those fans. 736 fans. That is absolutely monstrous. Wow. Let's see. Oh, looks like we have some explaining to do to Joey Gase. Kaz Grala. I love the end of his tweet there. Not cool at all. You gotta love that. And Brandon Brown. Oh, he really doesn't like us. Neil Pittler is a crazy maniac behind the wheel. Okay, you gotta love this stuff. So apparently we're getting a reputation in our very first race. So now we'll head into week 2, and now we need to pick an incentive contract. Again, I don't really think it's going to make any difference. We'll choose the challenging one just in case we happen to get the results we need. And we'll choose the short track chassis. And we'll get the 8th place finish. No surprise there. Pick up 15 more fans, $21,266. So we're marching our way toward $1 million in our bank account. Let's see. Okay, this is a new one for me. I'm supposed to go camping next month with my best friend and all-time favorite driver, Neil Pittler. But then today, he took me out. Are we still going camping? You got to love this. You just have to love this stuff. I've had nothing but clean races with my best friend. Well, except for today. I hope this isn't a sign of things to come. Wow. Okay, we're making a lot of people mad in these last couple of races. So let's see what happens here in the truck series. All right, let's adjust our work plan. Let's see, Speedway. We're going to Atlanta and then Vegas. So we'll go ahead and work up both of our Speedway chassis. Get those all set and ready to go. So yeah, there's a lot of people very unhappy with us to start this season. Our driving is just not very pleasing to them right now. There we go. I believe that is everybody set and ready to go. Let's get them to start working. And then we'll back out and simulate this race. Okay, we'll choose our first Speedway chassis and 18th. Okay, about what we've started expecting. Somewhere around the middle of the pack. Another $30,421 and 102 fans. So we'll certainly take it. There we go, finally. Only one message after this race, and it is a good one. That's a nice change. That is a very nice change. Now we are ready for Atlanta, and you can once again see the purse and how much bigger it is in Xfinity. And of course, that even ramps up more when you get to the Cup Series. All right, so now we're going to simulate the Xfinity race and 23rd. Okay, again, about what we're expecting, and another $73,000 and 682 fans. That is exactly what we're looking for. All right, Josh Williams has a message for us. Good to see you out there in an Xfinity car. Good luck this season. Thank you very much, Josh. I really like racing with you. You race the right way. Thank you very much, Kaz. So some good messages for a change. We'll take it. Daytona was not kind to us, but it looks like Atlanta worked out quite a bit better. Okay, we are not going to be viewing any teams because we hope to be loaded with money when it comes time for next season. You can see, once again, Vegas, a huge purse for this particular series. Let's go ahead and simulate those results. Ooh, 32nd. Ouch. Ouch. Not a good race for us, but we did get $78,000 and 545 more fans. That is just a ton of fans that we're getting in these first few races in the Xfinity Series. A ton of fans. That puts us now over 3,000 fans so far, and now it also puts us over $1 million. So we are running through this season, and let's see. I won't actually tape the entire and record the entire series this season. I'm going to do a few races here in this video, and then I'll skip to the end and we'll get started with our first Xfinity season as a driver that we're going to run after that. But I did want you guys to get a feeling, and also for those of you who may not have been aware. Oh, John Hunter is not happy with us. For those of you who may not have been aware, just what kind of options you have in the races. Of course, they've recently added in the first patch the... Ooh, Alex LeBay just does not like us at all. So we got a lot of apologizing to do to him. But you might not have been aware that you can choose to skip certain series and race certain series, or you can choose to race them all. All right, we'll go ahead and once again, we'll go for the 3 top 20s and try to get the most money we can and see how it goes. So now we're ready for Auto Club, another nice size purse compared to what we're used to. Ooh, 34th. Yikes. And the good news, though, it's hard to argue with $63,000. I know if we were running the races, we could do better, but that's not really the point right now. 518 fans. Thank you very much. Oh, and Spencer Void now has a message for it.
At times, you're going to have bad weeks. Sometimes they fall, week after week. It'll be all right. Dig down deep. Get on to the next one.
All right, the biggest thing I got out of that video is if we happen to create any trash in his trailer, we need to make sure we cleaned it up. That's the biggest thing I got there. Oh, Ryan C., once again, not happy with us. Neil Pittler is a crazy maniac behind the wheel. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's what he says to us. He's not interested in being our friend. All right, so now we get to go back to the Extreme Dirt Tour and the trucks. So let's go ahead and prepare for this race. Unfortunately, with back-to-back short tracks, we're not going to have quite as strong a car as we would prefer, but that doesn't seem to matter a whole lot anyway. So we'll give it all we got and see how it all turns out. Okay, now let's go to the normal chassis, which will be used at Bristol in the next race. And of course, we won't quite get to 100s across the board, but we'll get close enough. There we go, back out to the main screen. And we're going to go short track. Even though the normal chassis would be a little bit better for this race, we're saving it for the next race. So we do not want that mismatch, even though it will be stronger. So it finished, ooh, 23rd. Yikes. Only $4,980. This is why this will probably be our last season with the dirt cars. I really, really hate to drop them off, but I think it's just going to be too much going forward, and the money is just ultimately not going to be worth the trouble, I don't think. I certainly wouldn't blame anybody for saying, you know, I'll take all of the money I can get. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, as a matter of fact, I might start to skip these on a lot of occasions as much as we can, since these are the dirt cars and we're not terribly interested in that. But yeah, it's certainly understandable if you decide you want every bit of the money you can get and you're going to run every team you possibly can for max income. I certainly understand that. But for our purposes on this series, I just don't think it is necessary. Particularly since we're doing this entire season as a simulated season. I think we're going to have enough money to be in good shape to start our Xfinity Series season next year. Okay, let's see what's coming up. We got Martinsville and then Dover. Okay, so we need the short track chassis. Let's get our guys busy on that. There we go. So Vegas is one of the better paying races for the trucks, as you might expect when you're in Las Vegas. Okay, we'll choose our maxed out Speedway chassis. And, ooh, only 20th. Ouch. $36,242. And we pick up 125 fans. I like it. So we're gaining some momentum on our fans. Oh, looks like we took out Justin Fontaine in this race. Looks like we didn't do too well with Clay Greenfield either. And Harrison Burton, once again, is not happy with us. We seem to be doing a lot of explaining to him lately. Okay, we'll move on to week 7. And then after this, we'll actually break here. I'll simulate most of the remainder of the season, if not all of it. And then we'll come back and prepare for our next season, where we'll actually get back to driving. So again, another very nice purse at Texas in the Xfinity Series. And, ooh, 32nd again. Yikes, we're just not getting good at this at all. $89,882. 512 fans. Thank you very much. That puts us up near 5,000 fans now. Okay, feedback good from Josh Balicki. Daniel Hemrick, also a fan. And Ryan Priest also has good things to say. We'll take that, certainly. So let's see what is up next. We move on to week 9, another Xfinity Series race, and that's where we're going to end it for today. So we got started in the season. You can see how well our money is stacking up as we continue to move forward. The Xfinity Series pays out quite a bit of money. So even though I'm a bit upset, admittedly, that the game didn't tell me how much money I was going to need for the Xfinity cars, or at least not in a screen that I'm aware of. I'm used to it being on that main menu screen where it shows you, hey, it's going to cost you X amount of money. But it's almost like there's some bugs there that need to be adjusted because, we didn't get any hot seat offers in the Xfinity Series. And if you notice, we've not gotten any for the Cup Series during this season either. So I'm not sure exactly what is happening there and if that is indeed by design. But the good news for us is when we come next season in the Xfinity Series, we're going to be ready with some serious money to start a nice team and also have some nice cars from the very beginning. So that'll do it for now. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we continue our Career Mode series in NASCAR Heat 3.